Hi boys and girls. In this video I'm going to be going over your Unit 9 Science Review with you. I made a video right before this video where I had this up on the screen and I was writing all the answers in as I was going, and then when I went to upload it, my computer died. Not like crash died, like broken, but like the battery died. And it was not good because when the battery died, somehow it lost the video. So now I have my whole review all filled out and done, but I have no video to send you. So I'm going to go over the video again. Sorry, Grayson's trying to take a little nap while I'm teaching. So I'm going to go over the entire paper with you, but I will do it. My answers are already there, but that's okay. All right, so here we go. All right, so number one, for these three, we were taking the words from the box up here and writing them on the lines. So number one said, one part of what something is like is a, and I decided that was called a property. Remember, the properties are kind of like the adjectives that we can use to describe things. So how big is it? How small is it? What does it feel like? What does it smell like? What does it taste like? What color is it? What shape is it? Those are all properties of matter. So you can go ahead and copy down property for number one. Number two says mixing salt with water causes the salt to, and I put dissolve. Remember, dissolve means that it mixes in with the water and we can't see it anymore. Okay, it almost becomes part of the water. So we know if we mix in like hot chocolate with milk, or if we mix in sugar with our lemonade, it dissolves into the water. So go ahead and write dissolve for number two. Number three says a kind of matter that keeps its shape, and I said that is a solid. Remember, our solids stay the same shape no matter what. Our liquids are the ones that can flow and take the shape of their container, and our gases are the ones that fill up the space of whatever container we put it in. So matter that keeps its shape is a solid. All right, looking at number four here, it says, how is all matter the same? So I went through and I read the three questions here, and A said all matter is solid. And I knew that one wasn't true because I know that some matter is liquid and some is gas, so it couldn't be A. Looking at C, it said all matter is made from natural materials. But when we learned about man-made materials, we know that some things are not natural, but they still have matter because they still take up space and have mass. So it couldn't be C. So that left B, which says all matter takes up space. And I know that that is true, so I filled in B. So you should fill in B for that one as well. Number five says you put soft toys in one pile and you put hard toys in another pile. So how did you sort them? Well, it wasn't by color because soft and hard don't have anything to do with colors, and it wasn't by size because you could have had some big hard toys and some small hard toys and some big soft toys and some small soft toys. But you have a pile of soft and a pile of hard. So I said we sorted by texture. So for that one, you should have filled in C, by texture. Okay, if you want to turn the page at the top, number six said, which cup has the hottest water? So when you look at these, you can see that the one that has the hottest temperature has the highest thermometer. So that was cup number two. So go ahead and fill in B. All right, number seven says, which kind of matter fills the space of its container? And I crossed off liquid and solid because while a liquid does take the shape of its container, it doesn't fill all the space of the container. It only takes up as much space as there is liquid. And a solid, we know, keeps its shape. So no matter what container you put it in, the shape doesn't change. So I filled in A, a gas. Gas will fill the space of whatever size container you put it in. Number eight says, you see several objects at a party. Which one of those objects is liquid? So our choices were apple juice, a cake, or the air in a balloon. Well, I know cake is a solid because it keeps its shape, and I know that the air in a balloon is a gas, so I went with A, apple juice. That's a liquid. It would flow if I were to pour it, and it would take the shape of whatever container I put it in. Okay, moving on to number 9. 9 says, which does sugar dissolve more easily in? And the choices were cold water, cool water, or warm water. And if you remember from our chapter, it told us that warm water dissolves things more quickly. So I filled in C, warm water. Number 10 says, how do you know that the material being poured is a liquid and not a solid? So looking at it, we can see that it's in the shape of this beaker here, and now it's flowing into this jar, and it's taking the shape of the jar. So I didn't choose A because that says it has mass, and while that's true, it does have mass, solids have mass as well. So that doesn't show me that it's a liquid or a solid. B says it has its own shape, but I can see that no, it doesn't have its own shape because here it's the shape of the beaker and here it's the shape of the jar. So I went with C. It flows and it takes the shape of its container. So that's how we know it's a liquid. For number 11, it says, how is this person changing the blanket? A said they're melting the blanket. I don't see any melting going on. And C said they're cutting the blanket. And I don't see any scissors there cutting it. So I went with B. The person is folding the blanket, and therefore it's changing the shape of the blanket. And here, number 12 says, which is a mixture. Our choices were grapes, pencils, or salad. We know that grapes and pencils are both solids, but they're just solids on their own. So I went with C, a salad, because we know in a salad we put lots of different fruits or vegetables into a bowl and mix them up together. Okay, so let me switch back to my other camera now. All right, so you should have gone through and filled in all of your answers on this review, and you can use this review to help you study because on Monday you will be taking your science test, and a lot of these questions are going to be on that test, okay? So hopefully you went through and followed along and filled in your answers, and I will see you in another video soon. Bye, boys and girls.